When I was 4 or 5 years old, my grandfather bought me a little 70 Honda three-wheeler, and that kind of started it all.
You guys are the real deal. Best in the world.
Racing clears my mind.
It's a tough deal. Total beat down out there.
So I was born in Louisiana, Shreveport, Bossier City. And so I've always been big into motorsports. Started rock crawling probably 10 years ago. Met Ryan, my partner in the tires, and things just kind of went from there to where we are today.
The Ultra 4 guys showed up at Hot Springs. We kind of did a little shootout deal there. They asked us to come to King of the Hammers. Stayed here for a week, did a little rock bouncing, and we ran 20 seconds up a hill, and then we were done, and all this racing going on. All of us being competitive guys, it's like, you know, man, we got to build, we got to do something else. We're all, you know, chomping at the bits to race something else. We built us a UTV. Then, you know, it keeps going, then progress. Now we got a 4400 car. This will be the first year, 4400 UTV and the Shootout. So we've been busy. Took off in second, could feel it kind of just didn't feel right. And that hard left turn, when I went to left, it kicked me right, and I knew if I let out of it, it was going to be pretty much over. So I seen those two huge boulders and just went for it, just whacked it. Lined my tires up, and it jumped it. It went over it, but the back tires, it just fell right in between them and wedged me in between them. High centered, I slung the blower belt off and everything. So we put on a show, I guess.
Ryan qualified. He's driving this year on the UTV.
We didn't come a week early to pre-run because most of us got jobs and didn't even get to look at the qualifying course. Had basically 30 minutes to look at that, watch a couple guys, and just got out there and did it.
He overshot his first turn, so it cost him several seconds.
Qualified 80th, not the greatest. I'd like to start kind of, you know, in the back a little bit and kind of work our way. Looks like it's going to be real rough this go-round. I think a lot of cars are going to brake fast, especially in the rocks, so just going to take it easy and try to finish in that. It's almost like a marriage. You're yelling at each other when you overshoot a turn, and you know, and then you're yelling, "Where do I go?" You know.
We qualified 80th, back of the pack kind of, but that's okay. It's not a race against the people in front of you.
More rocks, I guess, would be our specialty. We're learning how to go fast and the shock thing. Every year you learn the guys to talk to and the guys, who you need to make you go faster.
The car we have now is the fastest thing I've ever been in. Do 100 miles an hour plus across the desert. It's a whole new feeling, but the crawling I do enjoy too. It's relaxing. If you want to just go spend the day and have a good time, the crawling's fun too.
Well, going pretty good. Looks like we threw a cog belt on our oil pump on the back, so they're getting that fixed, but I think everything else is good at the moment. We ran lap 1 at a pretty good time. We started lap 2 and we made it through Spooners and had no GPS.
Sure enough, our buddy Brian McVeigh, we caught him on the top of a mountain going up. Hey man, can you back it down just a little bit so we can kind of get in and follow you? And he's cool dude. He said, no problem, I'll back it down a little bit. And we finally got in his dust and we made it all the way back to the pits.
Got it to the main, tried to get the GPS fixed, figured out no go. We took off, went to back door.
At the back door, plan was to pull up there, put the front tires, because we knew it was 8 out, rear engine, not gonna go up that thing. Pull the winch, got it hooked out of free spool, back and forth, got it hooked up, and nothing.
The winch does not work, but that pretty much put us out. Mike could have had the winch fixed. It would have been 2 or 3 hours. We'd have been having to fight rock sections in the dark with no GPS. Just decided to call it. I think it was a wise decision to do. I mean, we hated to have to do that because we really wanted to go, but it's always next year.
Hardest race in the world. You got to work for it. We'll come back next year, give her hell. The USD Stickies, mud truck tires, they called them mud truck tires. Hey, they held up, no flats. We were proud of that.